to my secret lair on Skull Crusher Mountain.
Alright, so maybe it's not Skull Crusher Mountain, it's actually my kitchen. But I figured a little change of scenery would be good for this little video on a review of a concert I went to Friday night to see Jonathan Coulton with opening band Coulton Storm. So, I hope you enjoy the new view just for 1 week only, because this is what you're going to get for this week. I'm also going to try to do this video entirely in one cut and unscripted, because it's really just me talking about what I saw, and it'll be easier if I remember stuff as I go. So, here we go.
We're not unreasonable. I mean, no one's gonna eat your eyes.
Alright everyone, so Friday night, like I said, I went to see a concert with my buddy Rob. We went to see Jonathan Coulton. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever seen Jonathan Coulton, but I'm sure most of you have heard of him. He does a lot of music for, like, comedy and nerds and video games. He wrote the song Still Alive that everyone loves to play on Rock Band and sing at the end of Portal. So, you're all familiar with his work, even if you don't know it. Now, the concert, I have to say, was one of the funniest things I have ever seen in my life. And first of all, Twas Place is a really odd arena. It's like really small and cozy, and they put out little folding chairs for us. And yeah, it was just weird, but pretty cool. A lot of big bands have played there, including a band that both guys that played referenced, They Might Be Giants. I know a few of you like them. Coulton Storm seemed to be a little bit more influenced by their work. They did a song about if They Might Be Giants were the Ice Cream Man. That was interesting. It involved something about bomb pops and playing the piano and vanilla severed head or severed hand or something like that. Pretty interesting. But the show, I have to say, was very good. Coulton Storm came out pretty much right away, as soon as 7 o'clock hit. And they got right into the music, talking about, well, I don't know what they didn't talk about. They really kind of did everything, but a few highlights of their set. They did this one song where they basically just announced these two boxing nuns, and it was absolutely freaking hilarious. It's the only way I can describe it. I mean, if you haven't heard it, go to your iTunes and preview their stuff, because I'm sure it's there, but it was crazy. They also did a lot of involvement from the audience. My personal favorite song we did was actually a long-running joke about Pirate's Wife Lament. And basically it was an excuse to A, get the entire arena to pretend to be pirates and go R in as many different ways as they possibly could. They even have the Dejected R t-shirt, which they made us all do, and sounded something like this. Yar. And so this pirate brings home a bunch of his pirate friends, and they're all over his house when his wife wakes up. And she starts complaining to him about there's semen everywhere in her house, including in her hair. I'll leave the rest to your minds to go to the gutter. The main act of the night was, of course, Jonathan Coulton, who brought Coulton Storm back out. But Coulton pointed something out, and he actually showed a twit pic of it if you follow him. Twas Place, for some reason, has an empty, I don't know if it works, but it's empty, hot tub in the green room. Coulton Storm were sitting in said hot tub. I don't know why you'd ever need a hot tub, but Jonathan Coulton was pretty impressed that he got to travel like a real rock star, even at this arena, Twas Place, that he played and saw bands play at when he was in Yale. Another thing I didn't know, the guy went to Yale. He did a tribute that I think Andrew Allen, you might like if you watch my videos, about a Yale mathematician teacher he has, and it involved him doing badass fucking fractals and such, so I recommend finding that song if you can. He also did a nice little tribute, considering New Haven has one of their own, to why IKEA sucks. And that was pretty good, because I've never gone into that place and found anything worth buying. It's fun just to walk around and waste time, but Jonathan Coulton has the right idea. Of course, he played typical standby songs. He played Skull Crusher Mountain, which the entire freaking audience was singing to. Except for this one woman in the front. They had these reserved tables where the old people were sitting. And this one lady kept looking back at the rest of us with this clueless expression on her face, even at the points where the crowd was clearly going like this, and the guys on stage were going like this. She was going like this. What? No? Yeah, she was pretty clueless. It was pretty funny. But Jonathan Coulton was absolutely hilarious. He did a lot less standalone jokes, just, in his songs, but he did a lot more talking to the crowd and doing funny jokes then. He even played his version with him singing of said video game song, Still Alive. My personal favorite highlight of the night, and how I'm going to end this little video, is the song that I played instead of my usual Coheed entrance during my title screen. And that was when we all got to be zombies. But I have to say, it was the first concert I've ever gone to where I wasn't like rocking out. It was hilarious. It was so much fun. I would love to go see him again. He played all his really big hits that you've heard of. If you look at his catalog, you can figure it out. He came back for the encore to play First of May and a couple other songs. He did a They Might Be Giants cover. He played Sweet Caroline to end his set. And it was funny because when he was coming out for the encore, he goes, "When I say we've reached the end of the set, I mean I'm going to play my last song. I'm going to run off stage, and as long as it's not fucking silent in here, I'm going to come back out and play 4 more songs." I just thought I'd be up front with you because not a lot of rock stars do that. He then proceeded to run off the set, doing the exact same thing I'm about to do to run off this set. He proceeded to go, "Thanks for coming out to my set. Bye."